152 Shrines in Tears of the Kingdom, brought to you by my suffering so you don't have to. Fun fact though, if you do end up completing all 152 shrines, you do get an Ancient Heroes aspect outfit. To make this video easier to follow, I will be cutting the mainland up into 4s and showing by section. After each shrine, I will be marking the ones that have been covered so you can skip through and find the ones that you need. Starting at the top left shrine, we can only access it by going through a cave hole near the shrine. There will be enemies in this cave, so come prepared. You will need to melt the ice to find the last hole, which then after you will see the shrine. These next 2 shrines are relatively easy to get to, so I'll just be showing those. Just north of this shrine there is a cave. Hop in and be mindful of the monsters that set up camp right in front of it. I've explored every cave, every crevice! The second part to this shrine is connected to a mini rock boss. Defeat that and bring the green rock back to the shrine to complete it. This one's super easy to get to, just use the Skyview Tower and you can fly right to it. Another shrine found by a cave. This one is going to be northeast of the shrine. This one is right underneath Rito Village. If you don't know how to get to Rito Village, I recommend building a fire and throwing some pine cones at it. This will cause a whirlwind effect, and when you take your glider over it, it will take you higher into the air. This shrine is actually covered by a lot of thorns. You can get over the thorns to the shrine, but you have to get some height. Otherwise, build a fire right next to the thorns and it'll burn them away. For this shrine, you will find yet again another hole that will have a green rock that you need to bring to the shrine. I do not recommend launching the rock out of the hole with one of the rockets. I made a huge mistake doing that. The way I was able to get the rock out was connecting a bunch of chests together with the rock at the top, then reverse time, shoot myself up, and grab it when it reaches the highest point. For this shrine, it starts off at this cave entrance. There will be a lot of rocks to break, so bring weapons to destroy rock walls or make them on the way here. Be ready to fight for this shrine as well, because there are a lot of enemies hanging off the side of the walls. This is another cave shrine. In the cave, the creepy hands of death appear, so be mindful about touching the ground when getting to the shrine. Fun fact, if you do want to kill the hands, be sure to kill them all together, otherwise they will keep coming back at full health. You can use the closest sky tower to get to this location. I do recommend bringing some stamina food to make the trip a little easier. So for this labyrinth, I'll be showing you the best starting point, and then if you just jump down from where I'm starting at, you'll be able to walk into the labyrinth and skip all the puzzles. It's a long flight from the Skyview Tower to the Hyrule Castle, so bring some stamina food. We covered all of the top left shrines. We're moving on to the top right map. For the ones that I don't end up actually talking for, they're pretty simplistic to get to. I'll just show the area and that it's a clear opening to get in. We are doing a 2-for-1 special with this next shrine because this also starts a quest line to retrieve the Master Sword. You have to enter the Korok Forest through the depths using Ascension. When I originally got to the Korok Forest, the Deku Tree wasn't feeling well and wouldn't speak to me because of the gloom. None of the Koroks actually spoke to me until I was able to defeat the Fan and Ganon. You need to enter the stomach of the tree and defeat a pair of hands. Make sure to kill them equally, otherwise they respawn at full health. When you finally defeat the Phantom, the tree will tell you how to get to the Master Sword, as well as the Koroks will finally speak with you and point you in the right directions for the next 3 shrines. This shrine is found by a cave entrance called Crino Peak Cave. It'll be southwest of the shrine. Do mind the mobs in here. As you see in this video, I have every goblin and its mother chasing me down. You will want to be getting the Flamebreaker armor chest piece at the bare minimum. This will allow you to resist the heat in the mines where some shrines are hiding in. I'll be showing you where you can get it and how much it'll cost you to get the chest piece. You can essentially throw anything at the target. As long as you hit the target, it'll change the track. Another one for the Flamebreaker chest piece. I think I killed myself 6 or 7 times trying to get over this lava, that I gave up and ended up building a bridge, throwing any ice-like item I had in my inventory into the lava. For this one, you will need to get crafty with your zonite builds when bringing the stone back to the shrine. Another labyrinth. If you start exactly where I am from entering the top, you'll be able to, again, skip the puzzles and waddle your way in. This was the last one for the top right. We're moving on to the bottom right shrines now. For the Enoma shrine, right above it in the sky will be a second part to the shrine, referring to the green rock that needs to be taken down into the water. For the shrine, another puzzle needs to be solved before the shrine appears. We need 3 keys, and how we make these keys is by using the river that is right next to the shrine to create ice blocks and putting that into the key slot next to the robot. To resize the ice blocks, hover it over the fire to make it smaller. So this one was actually a giant pain to understand. It took me a while to figure out what the construct was asking of me. Note that the shrine won't be here when you get here, but will show up after you complete the puzzle. Standing before us is a huge dreidel that needs to be spun just right to cover the white platform on the other wall. If you don't end up doing it quick enough, I actually ended up not being able to do it quick enough for this video. I had to sit again and wait until morning and then just sit there until the platform was fully covered. This one was actually really fun. It took me a while to find this, but you have to start in the sky and you snowboard your way all the way down. Don't land with your snowboard. I did that. It would have killed me, and it will kill you. Moving on to the bottom left side of the map now. So the map that I use doesn't actually show the shrine. I'll be drawing a giant circle in its spot as an indicator for In order to get this shrine, you will need a complete set of the Yiga outfit. I will be showing you how and where to get the 3 pieces in the order of mask, pants, and then shirt. After you acquire those, you need to come back to this location, speak to the guy who will then ask you to offer mighty bananas to 5 frog statues. This will then give you access to the shrine. I'm showing here what you do after fighting the Yiga for the pants. You need to ascend upward to see the person that'll then offer you the pants. Another labyrinth, yay, we love those. So this is how to skip the labyrinth if you aren't a fan, like me. I'll be showing the best starting point to just walk right in. Moving on to the sky map where there's 32 shrines. Getting further into the campaign helps a lot for most of these shrines, like having Tulin for that extra boost to get around and having the Zora armor to get up waterfalls, but mainly it'll come down to how crafty you are with the Zonai devices. In Zora's domain, you will find a green fish lady who will ask for an ancient arowana. I'll be showing you how to get this fish. Once you do bring it back to her, then she will offer the Zora armor. That will then allow you to swim up waterfalls, making it easier to get to the sky shrines.
Getting the next 2 shrines early without having the story armor can be done, but it is a little bit complicated, so follow along closely. What you're going to want to do is go to the Rebella Wetlands Skyview Tower at the southeast corner of the map. You're going to launch out of it and head over to this island right here. We're going to go to the side of the island that is pointing towards the big storm. Before we start flying our way over there, we're going to mark 2 places on our map. We're going to zoom in near Braunus Forest, and we're going to mark this spot right here. Then we're going to move a little bit farther west to this spot just below the Sarjon Woods. Once you've got those marked, make one of these Zanai devices. You just need handles and 2 fans. And I highly recommend having a large Zanai charge or 2 on you to be able to accomplish this. We're going to stay high above this cloud so I can start pointing out some points of interest for you to be able to lock onto to figure out exactly where you need to go. As we go over this cloud, you're going to see a red light spinning below you. This is actually above the spot that we need to go to. Once you see that red spinning light, we're going to go ahead and land near it. This is actually one of those constructs that we can fight, but we're gonna maybe not fight this in the giant clouds of death. Once you land on this island with the construct, make sure to look for this piece of wood right here. We're not gonna fight this thing at all. We're just gonna grab this piece of wood and we're going to put it on this railway right here. So we can turn it. And we need to grab a fan too. So let's grab one of these fans. We're just going to smack it 1 time. And this is going to start leading us towards where this shrine actually is. And what we need to do is just keep an eye out on the stamp that we made. Once we're right above that stamp, we're going to use Ascension. You can see we're just about here. You're going to want to keep a lookout for the stone structure above you, and once you start seeing that, you're going to use Ascension to get right up into it. Once you're in here, just look around for the glowing lights, and that's going to be where the shrine is. Once you touch the shrine, we need to get out of here, and we need to run down this way away from the shrine. You're going to see this little archway. You're going to ascend into this archway, and then you're going to ascend once more to get out of here. We're out of here. We want to kind of orient ourselves to this other pin that we made. So just kind of point yourself in that direction. There's going to be a set of stairs here that you can run towards, and there's actually a gotcha machine right here. And once we get to this edge, we're going to use another Zanai device. We're going to use the same one that we did before, and we're going to hop on this and start flying out of the clouds. Just up. But don't point yourself too far upwards or you might actually fall off your device. Just a nice gradual climb. Once you're high above the clouds, you're going to actually be able to see this shrine that we need to get to below you. We're going to try and fly as close as we can to this, but all we need to do is just make sure to keep an eye directly on this marker. And once we're over that marker, then we can actually drop off this glider. All right, so we're a little bit farther behind it, but if we drop off, all we need to do is just look at our mini-map, keep an eye on that mark, and as long as we're hovering right over it, we should be able to fall right on top of the shrine. If you're running out of stamina, you can let go and hit the glide button and just kind of just fall your way down to this shrine. As long as you just paid attention to that marker in your mini-map, you should be able to land right on top of it.